Hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of South Coast Focus, brought to you by Saddleback College. My name is Alice, and I'll be your host today. On today's show, we'll see several unique stories filled with passion. First, we're going to take a look at a man from San Clemente with a fascinating career. Then, we'll listen to a barbershop quartet perform a classic song. And finally, we'll learn about a local marine wildlife center and their inspiring work to help injured seals. We'll begin with the story of a local entrepreneur who turned his passion for old phonographs into a successful business. Daniel Kua has managed to create a thriving career by selling an average up to 10 a month with these refurbished records. Let's take a look at that clip.
Deep within the heart of San Clemente, Daniel Kua has carved out a fascinating niche for himself. Daniel specializes in restoring old record players and then sells them on his storefront on eBay. It's an interest that he's had for quite some time.
It started a long time ago. When I was 7 years old, I used to ride around on my bicycle and dig in the trash cans behind the stores. I'd go to the TV dealer and go in the back, and they'd have all their old televisions in the back, and tubes were all over the trash bin. And I'd just collect all the parts and start taking televisions to pieces.
By picking through these parts that others had seen as trash, Daniel was able to restore these players in working order. What once was an activity that he would work on in his spare time has now become another career in his retired years. It takes Daniel approximately 8 to 16 hours to restore a player.
Well, I might have 2 or 3 projects going on at once. I had people sending me their old consoles, their old record players that their parents used to have. Meanwhile, I've got my projects, the record players in the garage that I'm restoring.
Due to limited space at home, he must move his stock rapidly. Daniel focused on becoming an aviation electrician during his time in the Navy. Later, he began an alarm system company. After he retired, he returned to his roots and began pursuing record player restoration as his third career. It's a business that has been quite successful for him. The reception to his work has been extremely positive as well, according to the feedback his customers give him, both on eBay and via correspondence. Daniel works hard to make sure that his customers are happy with the final product, and the majority of his feedback takes note of his impeccable craftsmanship in his restorations. According to Daniel, each record player has its own unique personality. Daniel has found that no 2 players are identical and has come to appreciate each and every one of them.
You know, I get asked that, what's my favorite? Every record player is very personalized. It's very special. They all have their own history. They've been used different ways, and they seem to have their own personality. They all work unique. So I appreciate each and every one of them.
You can find these videos featuring these players and more on Daniel's YouTube channel, which can be found by searching his name, Daniel Kua. You can also find his pieces for sale ranging from price to $200 to $1,000 on his eBay storefront rotochrome. Check them out. From his 100% positive reviews, it sounds like you won't be disappointed. And for our next piece, a musical performance by a local a cappella group, the BarberSock Quartet, performing Rainbow Connection, written by Paul Williams and Kenneth Asher for the Muppet movie in 1979. The song did so well that it reached number 25 on the Billboard 100 and remained in the top 40 for a total of 7 weeks. As made famous by the beloved Kermit the Frog, here is Rainbow Connection. Let's take a look.
And a 1, 2, 3.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, they're only illusions, and rainbows rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it, but I know they're wrong. Wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep? And have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailor? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da da, ba da 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 do.
And that was the talented BarberSock Quartet with their rendition of Rainbow Connection. The group are all members of our very own Saddleback Chamber Singers and were performed the quartet only 7 months ago. Their punny name perfectly describes them. Their love of funky socks with their subtle flair and cool patterns like the quartet sets them apart from other groups. Once again, that was the BarberSock Quartet serenading all you lovers, you dreamers, and me with the Rainbow Connection. Now, let's move on to a heartwarming story about a local rescue facility center. The Pacific Marine Mammal Center works to rehabilitate seals. Let's take a look at it. Pacific Marine Mammal Center is a small rehabilitation center located in Laguna Beach, California. They were the first marine mammal center to be established in California in the year 1971 and have remained the only licensed marine mammal center in Orange County. In this year alone, they have rescued 77 animals and continue to save more and more. Most seals enter the Pacific Marine Mammal Center due to malnutrition, dehydration, or man-made injuries. Man-made injuries include entanglement in fish nets, being strangled or severely cut from plastic bag handles, or fish hooks.
One animal that we rescued last Tuesday had a very severe life-threatening entanglement that if we probably wouldn't have got to him, it probably would have suffocated him or, cut his skin so deeply that it was fatal.
A big part of the Pacific Marine Mammal Center is educating the public. They try to educate all generations on what they can do to reduce their carbon footprint and minimize plastic usage.
Plastic never goes away, and so that's a really big problem. And so I think we're definitely moving in the right direction as far as reusable bags, reusable straws, things like that. But yeah, that's a big part of our education department here, is trying to teach people how they can reduce their footprint, because it does affect the animals.
They also have summer camps for kids to learn about how to help and take care of marine wildlife. If you're 8 to 13 years old, you can learn how to prepare fish, dissect urchins, or do a mock rescue. If you're 15 to 17, you can shadow a vet, get more hands-on experiences, and attend lectures. At the Pacific Marine Mammal Center, there are many ways to support the animals. They are completely funded by grants and donations, so any help is greatly appreciated. You can visit their gift shop, and with each purchase, you put the money right back into the Marine Center. They also partner with local artists in Orange County, so you're helping the seals and the people within the community. Another way you can help is by becoming a member. A member means you can get updates about seals, get some free merchandise, and even be there for when the mammals get released back into the wild.
There's nothing quite like seeing an animal who was so close to death make this total 360 transformation, and being released healthy back into the wild. So that's always fun to go to.
The number of rescued seals and sea lions have almost tripled in 1 year. In these 2 months alone, the Pacific Marine Mammal Center has rescued 41 marine animals and counting. Increasing ocean temperatures and dwindling food supplies have caused many mothers and pups to wash up on the shore, starving and close to death. If you happen to find a stranded animal on the beach, please call 949-494-3050 or visit pacificmmc.org to see how you can help. And that's about all the time we have left for today. I'm your host, Alice. Thank you so much for watching South Coast Focus. What was your favorite part? I really liked the seals personally. My favorite is the elephant seal. I don't know, talk about it with your friends. Thank you.
Hi there. We are the BarberSock Quartet. My name is Alexi Rehorn and I sing tenor.
My name is Josh Narrow, and I sing lead.
My name is Andy Sundquist, and I sing bass.
My name is Adam Brownell, and I sing baritone.
And today we're going to be starting off our set with Daisy Bell, A Bicycle Built for Two. And 1, 2, 3.
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet on the seat of a bicycle built for two. You will look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle. No gas bill to pay, no odds or hay. We'll just pedal away on a bicycle built for two.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to South Coast Focus, brought to you live from the Saddleback Studios in beautiful Mission Viejo, California. I'm your host, Jake Houlihan. This week, we'll first take a look at an after-school program that teaches filmmaking to students throughout Orange County. Then, we will hear from a barbershop quartet that'll bring you back to the good old days. And lastly, we will explore an anti-domestic violence organization that uses thrift stores to support those in need. So get comfy and enjoy this week's focus. Starting off this week's episode is a piece on a wonderful educational service provided throughout both Orange County and Long Beach. The after-school program was founded by Ryan Oxford, a filmmaker who was inspired to bring creative tools to children everywhere after presenting at his daughter's career day class. Now going 5 years strong, the Daydreamers Academy inspires children to tap into their imagination through film, music, and writing. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at what the Daydreamers Academy is all about and how they spread their message of creativity to both elementary and middle school children across this beautiful area in Orange County, California.
Action.
Located in Bixby Knolls, an arts-based community in Long Beach, California, the Daydreamers Academy is an arts enrichment program dedicated to teaching elementary and middle school children after school to fuel their creative spark.
We are an arts enrichment program. We serve kids kindergarten through 8th grade, and we teach film production classes, animation classes. We also teach photography classes. We're getting into podcasting as well. We just aim to empower kids through storytelling, acting, filmmaking, script writing, cinematography, film editing, the whole nine.
Ben Shawnee, as the Chief Content Director, is in charge of editing the children's various projects, which are then uploaded to the Daydreamers YouTube channel. He also manages teachers, ensuring they are paid on time and are more than ready to teach their sessions. Classes are taught over an 8-week course called a session. These sessions are taught in schools both throughout Long Beach and Orange County, as well as private lessons and summer courses taught at the Daydreamers Studio in Bixby Knolls. The sessions themselves are very open to different teaching styles, allowing the teachers to work with students in their own unique way as filmmakers. The first 2 classes are dedicated to writing, with the rest being focused on filming the stories that students have come up with their teacher.
Our classes aren't really set up in the way that it's like one teacher and just like worksheets. Maybe we could be doing that, but we're just like, guys, let's just do it, you know? Like, we really just empower them. Like, I got the camera, you guys got the ideas, like, let's just make a film, you know? I like to have a lot of characters and stuff and have a lot of like meandering, because I think that's when the kids have fun. Like, it doesn't have to be like a bad guy versus good guys and then like good guys win with a battle.
Students of the Daydreamers Academy seem to enjoy the program quite a bit, being able to use the classes as a tool for creative success both as children and in their long-term careers.
Well, the main thing that I'm seeing that I love is like kids are repeating, so they're like actually sticking with film. The kids who were like already doing stuff like Daydreamers and they were younger, or just kids who were just ambitious and were making films already when they were like 10, 9, 12, 11, they were already ahead of the game.
Why do you love Daydreamers so much?
Because it's fun and you get to do a lot of things.
Tell me, why do you like Daydreamers?
Because it's somewhere that I can film and I don't have to pay for it.
I just like Daydreamers so much because like it's about like making YouTube videos, and like I just like watching YouTube videos, and plus I always wanted to be an actor when I grew up, and I just like it. It's really fun.
The Daydreamers Academy is always improving too. A newsletter is currently being developed to allow parents to keep up with what their children are making, and expansion is certainly something on Ben and Ryan's mind, as they wish to extend their reach through Long Beach and even Los Angeles.
What I envision the future of Daydreamers to be is, first off, being the more classes. Right now we are in about maybe 8 schools across Long Beach and Orange County. I think we could definitely get into more schools in Long Beach. I would like to see like more, just different kinds of films being made. I mean, it's pretty much just getting better content.
To sign up for a class, simply visit thedaydreamersacademy.com to sign up for an after-school program or summer camp today. You can also contact them via the chat function on their website.
If you found yourself just as wowed by their productions as I was, you can always check out more of the students' films at youtube.com/thedaydreamersacademy. You can also sign up your children for classes at thedaydreamersacademy.com or visit their offices at 1414 Atlantic Drive, Long Beach, California. And be on the lookout on their website for their upcoming summer 2019 programs in filmmaking, animation, and voice acting. You know, a lot of times on shows like this, the musical guests are always the hottest new thing. But today's performance is quite the blast from the past. This barbershop quartet, founded right here at Saddleback College only 7 months ago, gives a modern-day spin on classic music that provides a timeless sound that's fun for the whole family. With their bright demeanor and colorful footwear, here is the BarberSock Quartet of South Orange County, performing their rendition on the classic tune, God Bless America, written by Irving Berlin in 1918.
Far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair. As we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. From above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my ba-da-da-da, 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 home, America, America, America.
Here's a fun fact for you. That song was most popular during World War II, as it was a Jewish American man who wrote the song as a cry for peace during those tumultuous times. Anywho, if you found yourself humming along to the sweet sound of the BarberSock Quartet of South Orange County, be sure to get a hold of them via their social media to book them for your next event. Though they are still new to the music scene, the group gets booked for events quickly, so get them while you can. Thanks for stopping by, gentlemen. And finally, we move on to a lovely organization with thrift stores located in both Lake Forest and San Juan Capistrano. Thrifting clothes from either of their locations is a very eco-friendly way to shop. But did you know that when you buy from this store, it impacts the community? It's true, even in ways you might not expect. So, let's take a closer look at the story of Laura's House and how they've had an impact in the community for over 20 years and counting. Enjoy.
Forest, California, a resale store by the name of Laura's House is dedicated to helping families affected by domestic violence. This Lake Forest store is run like any average thrift store, but with one key difference. 100% of its profits are donated to the programs that Laura's House has created to assist survivors. Founded in 1994, the organization is dedicated to Laura, a woman who passed away tragically at 38 years old due to domestic violence. As a result, some of her lifelong friends came together to bring support and resources to those in need. Laura's House offers services such as therapy, an emergency shelter, transitional housing, a 24-hour crisis hotline, education, and legal services.
So we have what's called our CRC Center, which is our Community Resource Center, and that's up in Ladera Ranch. They offer classes, they offer therapy, they offer legal services, they offer a multitude of different programs there. Obviously, it's had a huge impact when you hear that we've served 5,000 people.
And their success rate shows. In 2018 alone, they had helped over 5,000 victims.
For us in the resale stores, it's amazing because we will get a lot of the clients will come back here to the resale store because they want to let us know how they're doing. They want to show us how they've gotten jobs and they've gotten their own homes and things like that. And the best part about it is they usually want to give back too. So they will then turn around and either donate to us or become volunteers.
The comprehensive nature of the program and the services they provide is what makes Laura's House the only state-approved domestic abuse organization in South Orange County. They are currently ranked #1 in the area by the California Partnership to End Domestic Violence. Laura's House keeps up its presence in the community by hosting all kinds of events.
We have our guild puts on the Derby Days, so they have different things that they put on. Our corporate office puts on our big gala every year, and then the resale store also has events. We have our big holiday event at our San Juan Capistrano store in November, and that's always a lot of fun.
The Lake Forest Resale Store hosts its own events as well. In the past, they have held fashion shows, Villa Bag Thursdays, and all kinds of special sales, all to raise funds for their cause and to spread awareness for domestic violence. For all these events, the store depends on the help of committed volunteers. If you wish to help Laura's House in their mission, you can visit laurashouse.org and apply to volunteer today.
We really depend on our donors. Our donators give a lot of amazing things to us, which really helps us with our cause.
You can also visit the Lake Forest store and shop around or donate any used clothes, furniture, books, vinyl, DVDs, and more.
Do you like my outfit? Well, here's a hot tip for you. I got it at Laura's House in Lake Forest. Good-looking clothes, and it goes to a great cause, too. If you find yourself wanting to visit either of their thrift stores in South Orange County, their addresses are below. They also have summer internships available, and the 7th Annual Hope Golf Tournament is coming up June 3rd at the Aliso Viejo Country Club. To keep up with all of their events, be sure to follow them on Instagram, at Laura's House OC. It's so wonderful knowing people out there are making such a huge difference in our community. Well, folks, sadly, it looks like it's about that time again. This week, we saw an organization teaching creativity to kids, a timeless musical quartet with a beautiful sound, and a local charity helping survivors in Orange County get back on their feet and acclimate to society once again. We'll return next week to highlight more Orange County spotlights. I'm your host, Jake Houlihan, and until next time, from everyone here at South Coast Focus, thank you for watching.
Next song we'll be singing is Heart of My Heart. And 1, 2, 3.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Light of my life, my darling, I love you, I love you. I can forget you never, from you I ne'er can sever. Say you'll be mine forever. I love you, only you.
Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning into this edition of South Coast Focus, brought to you from Saddleback College in Mission Viejo, California. I'm your host, Andy Tapas. Today, we're here to show you a few stories about how our local citizens give back to their community. First, we will be witnessing how a local Jewish community center brings together Jewish families for support. After that, we have a very special treat for you, a song sung by the BarberSock Quartet. Finally, we will see how one local veteran gives back to his community after his service in the military. Our first story is very unique and comes from the heart of San Clemente. A man found a way to spread the word of the Jewish community and the way of life as he sees it. The center seeks out to enrich people in the way of the Jewish community and what they believe in. With having a small number of Jewish people in Orange County, they find a way to spread the word across about them. According to research, the average population in Orange County is just over 3 million people. Among the 3 million, only 80 to 100,000 of them are of Jewish heritage. This Jewish center that we will look at today is located in the beautiful San Clemente. Who would have thought? So let's go check it out.
A coastal paradise located at the southernmost part of Orange County, San Clemente, known for the ocean, hills, mountains, and its Spanish-style architecture. The Chabad Jewish Center of San Clemente strives to ensure Jewish continuity through increasing Jewish pride, knowledge, and commitment in its community.
We had a vision, and the vision for our community was, because there was absolutely no presence of any kind of Jewish community in the city, the closest Jewish community was about 15, 16 miles away. We decided to focus on the local residents.
For a traditional, warm, and inspirational Shabbat experience, Friday night dinners are held with singing, insights into the weekly Torah portion, and delicious food. You'll feel right at home.
So one of the ways that we like to bring the Jewish community together is we offer weekly services. That is when people can come every Saturday morning. A kiddush where we sit down and we eat lunch. And we serve the best lunch in town, better than any tacos, better than anything you can get anywhere. It's a place where people like to sit around and talk. Nobody leaves right away. People like to sit around and catch up with their friends, the people that they've met here, people that have made this community their home.
Chabad of San Clemente's mission is to educate and inform Jewish and non-Jewish people in the community about the history and what is happening in the world from a Jewish standpoint. Chabad of San Clemente's Hebrew School offers a stimulating yet friendly environment for children ages 4 through 13. Students there can embrace their Jewish roots and gain a true sense of Jewish pride no matter their level of observance.
We just last week had a lecture that we put together at the San Clemente High School. We had 950 students listen to a Holocaust survivor speak about his story. He was 96 years old, and it was an extremely impactful event. We got a tremendous amount of feedback from students, from staff, from the school about how successful that was.
For more information, visit www.jewishsc.com and like their Facebook at JewishSC.
The Jewish Center strives toward a goal of knowledge, pride, and commitment to each Jewish person that walks in through their doors. No matter your Jewish background, the center will help bring you to where you need to be. Due to the small population of the Jewish faith in San Clemente, these individuals might need assistance in finding a purpose. However, the center finds a way to bring people together as one community. For more information about the Jewish Center in San Clemente, visit their website at jewishsc.com. We have a very special treat for you all. From our very own Saddleback Chambers Choir, the independent group whose talent wins over the hearts of those who hear their voices, the one and only BarberSock Quartet. Yes, you heard me, the BarberSock Quartet. When two students of the Saddleback Chambers Choir came together to bring something unique, that being their socks and their voices, hey, who doesn't like a funky piece of flair? And why the BarberSock Quartet? The genre isn't around in most places anymore. We had the pleasure of inviting these gentlemen to perform in our studio recently. They will be performing Hallelujah. Let's witness the magic.
1 and 2.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 Do. Maybe I've been here before. I know this room, I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Do. Maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. It's not a cry you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's unbroken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
What an incredible group of individuals who really know how to shine their voices brighter than the lights in this studio. Who would have thought to not only be known for their talent, but their selective article of clothing? A unique twist that makes these guys stand out. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your performance. For more information, you can follow the BarberSock Quartet on Instagram to keep up with them on their next performance or future events. Our next story is about a local veteran who shares his story of how he gives back to the community after using the education benefits him and many other veterans are entitled to after their service in the military. Marcos Villa shows us an example of how he uses his skills and knowledge he acquired from the Marine Corps and apply it to his current job at a local school. Let's take a look.
The transitioning period between military to civilian life is a difficult adjustment for a lot of veterans, but the resources provided by the Department of Veterans Affairs help them to provide the skills they acquired and transfer them to the civilian world. We had the opportunity to speak with a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, Marcos Villa.
Those benefits, they provided me access to education, and that's what actually helped me to be able to transition back into my community. Veterans were bred to behave a certain way, were bred to survive in conflict, and those survival skills, those aren't typical survival skills that would help a typical person to survive in their working world. So it's pretty difficult being able to get past that hump, and school's what got me through it.
Marcos is one example of the many veterans who exit from their service in the military to strive for their own educational goal and give back to the community.
It's benefited me tremendously. I mean, it enhanced my communication skills, just helped me to be more personable. It helped me to be able to interact with my wife and my household. It helped us to be able to organize and to collect our ideas. Just being able to be informed helped me to be able to act and behave better for myself as well as for my community. And having the education background is what helped me to get to my position where I'm at today, serving in education.
The life skills and values Marcos learned through his time in the Marine Corps is applied to his current job as a program manager and career coach at New Vista Career Academy. Marcos works for students to teach life skills and technical application, mentor and coaching operationally, engage community, and work with partners to transition and hire the individuals at the academy. The application of these skills are then transferred to the students he coaches and mentors so they may be able to live by those values.
I served as an accountant for my first year when I got out, and every day I left home unfulfilled. And here I am today being able to serve mission value again, empowering people within my community. I couldn't have made better use of myself.
Some of the benefits offered by the Veterans Affairs consist of health care, education, and even housing.
If it wasn't for the VA's housing benefits, my family and I may not have the same opportunity that we have today. The first thing I did when I got out of the military was purchase a home here in Laguna Hills.
Marcos has offered to share with us how to apply for those benefits.
It's as simple as logging into eBenefits, printing out your proof of certificate, and then carrying that certificate over to your local banker, and they'll be able to help you out with the rest of the process. These benefits are made to empower a challenged class of people. So having VA resources, it helps veterans to be able to reintegrate back into society. It provides empowerment tools for some that may need just a little bit of a lift in education. Maybe it might be for job placement or even for housing. These benefits, they go on to serve a community of veterans and helps us to be able to empower the people in the places that we live in.
The sacrifices our veterans have made to not only benefit themselves, but to benefit the lives of our citizens are able to maintain their lifestyle by applying their knowledge to uphold their own standards and share it to empower their community.
Incredible. Marcos, thank you for sharing your story, and of course, thank you for your service to our country. By showing that he can lead by example, Marcos holds himself to a specific standard and will continue to maintain and raise the standards of his students he takes the time to coach and mentor. Good luck on your future endeavors, Marcos. If you know a veteran who could take advantage of these benefits, or any veteran who wants to apply for education, health, or housing benefits, go to the Veterans Affairs Benefits website at www.ebenefits.va.gov. By bringing together a community from a Jewish rabbi to giving back to the community by a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, I hope these stories inspired you and given you an idea that there is a lot of hope in this world. That, and how can we forget the talented performers of the BarberSock Quartet. Wonderful job, gents. Well, that's all the time we have. We hope you enjoyed our show. From all of our staff and crew that make this show possible here on South Coast Focus, I'm Andy Tapas. Thank you for joining us.